Hi, I'm Mrs. Flugler. I'm an elementary librarian in Springford, and this is Fiona, a library dog in training. And together, today we're going to read you Hansel and Pretzel by Make Sailor. Now, Fiona, you can't fall asleep. You have to help read. All right, ready? Once upon a time, about 8:45, there lived a brother and sister named Hansel and Pretzel. They lived with their parents near the deep, dark woods. Every day, their dad would warn them, "Don't go into the deep, dark woods." Every day, Hansel would ask, "Why not?" And every day, their mom would answer, "Because you might get lost and meet the horrible witch who will eat you up." But being a forgetful kid with a lousy sense of direction, Hansel did lead Pretzel into the woods. They did get lost. "I think we're lost," said Pretzel. "No, we're not," said Hansel. He led Pretzel deeper into the dark woods. "I think we're lost," said Pretzel. "No, we're not," said Hansel. He led her still deeper into the dark woods. "Oh, there's no sleep now. I don't know what's happening. Let's find out." "I think we're lost," said Pretzel. "I think you're right," said Hansel. And he began to cry. Oh, he began to cry. "Look," said Pretzel. "There's a cottage. I think there's a witch. It's a witch's." "No, it's not," said Hansel, running up to the cottage, which was made of gingerbread. Gingerbread. "I think it's the witches," said Pretzel. "No, it's not," said Hansel, biting the doorknob. Suddenly, the door opened, and out stepped a witch with a nose like a pickle. Pickle, I tell you. "I think it's the witch," said Pretzel. "I think you're right," said Hansel, and he began to cry. "Why eat my doorknob?" shrieked the witch. Trick or treat," said Pretzel. "Is it Halloween already?" asked the witch. "Yes," said Pretzel. "Well, it was just Valentine's Day," exclaimed the witch. "Time flies," said Pretzel. "Well, then come on, kids, and stay for dinner." "Well, maybe just a snack." "We like snacks." "Over here." "Oh, no. There you go. Stay." So Hansel and Pretzel went inside. They looked around. Spiders crawled in each corner. Bats hung from every beam, and a big cage was in the middle of the floor. "Who's your decorator?" asked Pretzel. "Me," boasted the witch. "What's for dinner?" asked Hansel. "You!" shrieked the witch. "You don't want to eat him," pleaded Pretzel. "He's very thin." "Well," said the witch, "we'll just fatten him up." And she shoved Pretzel into a cage. Oh no, Hansel. I'm sorry. Hansel's in a cage. Not a good place to be, although you like yours. We call it a crate. Oh, stay. Sit. Hansel looked out through the bars and began to cry. "Look on the bright side," joked Pretzel. "At least we're not lost anymore." The witch put Pretzel back to polishing the kettle, while every day she brought Hansel a piece of her house to eat. "Room service," she would crackle. One day she fed him the door, the next day the porch. Every day she felt his head to see if he was getting any fatter. Good girl. Very good girl. But Pretzel, who was a quick thinker, gave Hansel a haircut every night. "Eat, eat," clapped the witch, shoving Gingerbread Chimney into the cage. "Don't you have any cottage cheese?" asked Hansel. Weeks went by, the pat was getting shinier, and the witch was getting hungrier. Her stomach rumbled all night, and she grumbled all day. We know a little puppy who grumbles. "You're eating me out of house and home, and you're not getting any fatter." "I'm going to cook you now," shouted the witch, lighting the fire. "Wok cooking is much healthier," said Hansel. "I'll give you a whack in the head," snorted the witch. Just then Hansel broke loose and ran around the pot. Whoops, there we go. Whoops, okay. The witch chased him. "You're fast food," she gasped. "But you can't catch me," teased Hansel. "I don't play with my food," snarled the witch. As she leaned across the kettle to grab him, Pretzel quickly pushed her in. Splasho. Oh, there she is. Splasho. What have you done? Wailed the witch. Don't get yourself into a stew, piped Pretzel. We're having a slight change in the menu. It's potluck. Or we can make sandwiches, joked Hansel, or tea with an old bag. What about witches stew? Suggested Pretzel. Witches stew what? Asked Hansel. Witches do not scare me, chuckled Pretzel. Hansel and Pretzel finished eating the cottage, hopped on the broom, and flew all the way home. Hey, look up. We didn't get to the end of the story yet. Where have you been? Cried their mom. Oh, we've been out to the corner to buy a broom, said Pretzel. It's been 2 weeks, said their dad. You didn't go into the deep dark woods, did you? Not us, said Pretzel, crossing her fingers. We didn't meet a horrible witch either, said Hansel, crossing his eyes. You're lucky, said their dad. She's supposed to be a really tough cookie. Pretzel smiled. Oh, I don't know, Dad, she said. I hear she's not such a bad egg. P.S. The witch stopped being hard-boiled, became a vegetarian, and opened a health food store called Mother Earth's Health Food Store. The end. Bye.